Hey YouTube, Gemini Jet 747 here, and I am back with another video. Sorry it's been so long. I've been saying, oh, I'm going to build an airport, I'm going to do this, going to do that. Well, it doesn't look like at the moment that I'm going to be building a new airport, because it's hard during the year. But on the summer, I may start a project to do that, depending. It's getting really busy, so we'll see. But for now, I put back up the airport and I came up with a new idea. I'm going to be rotating out airplanes. So I just set this up quickly with, whatever airplanes look the best to me, accurate to the time period. So I've got a bunch of Southwest airplanes in the old livery, which I hate because, now I have to buy all new Southwest planes. But I'm not buying aircraft at the moment. First off, I just kind of ran out of space. There's not a lot of space to put the airplanes anymore. Each one takes up space, and there's a limited amount on the airport. And now I have to start rotating out airplanes already because there's not enough space to realistically put every plane that I have on the airport. But I may buy a couple. I look at the releases every month and see if there's something I like. If there is, if I really like it, I'll buy it. So we'll see what happens in the near future. But for now, here's your airport update. So this is, I kind of made it a little more fictional than Minneapolis-St. Paul. We have all the airlines that I originally had, plus a few new ones. So we have the UPS MD-11, of course, as always. Sun Country 737, United, I think that's a 777. Correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't done this in a while. Delta A330. Alaska. That's in Alaska. This is a takeoff line. On the runway, taking off, we've got a Delta 777, 200 LR, I believe. And then here we've got our Delta 767 coming onto the line. I used to have like a very static takeoff line. It wasn't that interesting, so I added a few more entrances onto the takeoff line. We're Delta A330, and then over here we've got our Delta MD 80. I can never tell the difference between the 80 and the 90. I know someone commented in my last video, or one of my videos, the difference. One of them has longer engines. I believe it's the 80, but I don't know. There's an Allegiant 757 behind the UPS. Then over here we've got a small, like, little regional terminal, whatnot. I put the Delta A319 here because I've heard that it's mainly used for charters. The A320 is what they normally use for commercial flights. So over here is like a little charter plane. We've got the 717, we've got the Embraer 170, and then a random United over here, United Express Q400. Excuse me, I must be coming down with something. Over here we've got another UPS MD-11, the FedEx 777, and probably my favorite plane, believe it or not, the FedEx Feeder ATR 42. Just because I can't believe, my gosh, that it's that small and it's still in 1/400 scale. That is a tiny, tiny, tiny plane. So I love it. It's very cool. It's also nice how they modeled how the molds for that. The Gemini Jets did a really good job for a plane that small. I've got a few other favorites. I'll bring them in. Got an American 737 800, and here's another gate for an American. I actually don't have that many American in the new livery, so I'll hopefully buy some more. JetBlue A321, United 767. Here's our United section, empty gate. United 737 800, United A320. You can tell the difference between the A319 and A320 by the windows, the emergency exit windows. The A319 has one emergency exit window, and the A320 has two. Over here on our remote stands, we have a American 777, 300, I believe. And then another one of my favorites here is the Delta 757-200 SkyTeam. I'm not even sure if this is still in operation, but I love the SkyTeam livery there on the Delta plane. It's really nice. Kind of looks like an American, but whatever. And then we have the United 757-200. Back to the Delta section now. We have a large Delta section here. I've got the Delta MD-90, maybe. And are these even still in service? I'll have to go check. I haven't done this in a while again. Got to do my research. Delta 737, 800. There's the Delta A320 I was talking about. Here's the Delta 737, 800 again. Yeah, probably. Oh, this is the 800. I think this is the 900 here. Yeah. And here's the Delta 757, 200. Back to the remote stands, we have our Delta 777, 200. We have a Delta A330 coming in to the gate there. And an Air New Zealand. I said I added a few airlines to make this interesting. I figured I'd add a few foreign airlines just to make it interesting. There's the Air New Zealand 777, 300. That is the most expensive airplane, I think, that I've ever bought. It was $55 or $60. So it was pretty expensive. Then I added a couple Emirates. We got the 777-200 and the big boy, A380. Apparently A380s are like falling out of style with airlines all of a sudden. I don't know if that's true. I read an article somewhere. And then this Air France A340 is waiting for the Air New Zealand, which is waiting for the Delta. So it's a pretty crowded airport. Alright, something's wrong with must be having a sickness or something. That's the Air New Zealand's waiting for the A330 to pull in, then it will push back, and the Air France A340 will pull into its gate. Over here, we have a United 757-200 just landed. Right now, I'm back to the one runway airport. I took away the extension, if you watched my last airport update. Here's a Delta 747-400, another one of my favorites. This is probably my favorite, actually, besides the FedEx. The FedEx is like my today favorite, but overall, that's got something on it. The Delta 74 is probably my favorite. I love the 747. I think it's the epitome of airliners, and Delta's my favorite airline, so, you know, there it is. My first ever plane that I got, beside the FedEx and this plane, were my first ever planes that I ever got back long ago, and there it is, United 747-400. And finally, to close out the video, we have our Budget Airlines terminal with our Spirit A319, a couple Alaska 737s. I got 2 Alaskas in a 2-plane set. That's pretty cool. A while ago off eBay. I'll have to dig up the box and show you that in the video. And then we've got an Alaska Q400 being pushed back. I didn't add the GSE for this video, but I will for the next one. An Allegiant MD-80, probably. Again, with the size of the engines, I'm not sure. And then a Sun Country 737-800. I usually put Southwest at the Budget Airlines terminal, but as I said, I don't have any in the new livery, so I'm going to have to buy some. Or put an old livery. I'm pretty sure they're not all painted yet. Tell me in the comments section below. So that's pretty much the whole airport for now. Next project, build a new airport. And I wonder when Gemini Jets is going to release their next airport, because it's going to be great. They released the... I actually had just gotten into collecting model airplanes when they released their last airport, and the new and improved, you know. But I prefer the old one, but you can only buy them for like $18,000 on eBay, you know. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. More videos coming soon. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Goodbye.